not the cloth from which he is cut. I mean, that is a
In the electrifying world of mixed martial arts, where every strike holds the potential to reshape careers and leave a lasting legacy, there are those unforgettable moments that transcend the realm of ordinary knockouts. Seeing a fighter's body lock up and his soul depart for the underworld is a moment that becomes permanently etched in the viewer's mind. Today, we bring you 7 of the biggest, baddest knockouts in UFC history.
Yair's just so round kick, he got him, it's
just like that, it is all over!
Rodriguez burst onto the UFC scene in 2014, dazzling fans with his electrifying style and capturing their hearts in the process.
My God! Big elbows by Rodriguez!
Winning the Ultimate Fighter Latin America was just the beginning for him, as he quickly established himself as a force to be reckoned with inside the octagon. But in 2017, Rodriguez faced a formidable challenge in the form of former lightweight champion Frankie Edgar. It was supposed to be a stepping stone to greatness, but fate had a different plan.
Declaring the winner by TKO, Frankie the
Edgar delivered a thunderous TKO, handing Rodriguez his first taste of defeat in the UFC. With a year of reflection and training under his belt, Rodriguez stepped back into the cage to face none other than Chan Sung-young, better known as the Korean Zombie. From the opening bell, it was clear that fireworks were in store. The Zombie relentlessly pursued Rodriguez, seeking to close the distance and land those fight-ending shots, while Rodriguez strategically attacked the lead leg and countered with precision. As the fight progressed, the intensity escalated. By the end of the second round, both fighters were letting it all hang out. Rodriguez began pulling out acrobatic moves while the Zombie stuck to his guns, pressing forward with his signature aggression.
And now it's Rodriguez circling away.
It was a brutal battle that left both fighters battered, bloodied, and fighting for every inch. In the final seconds of the fight, Rodriguez asked the Zombie, "Do you want to go?" And the Zombie nodded in response.
Let's end this. Stop shaking hands. Let's go. Final seconds. Are they going to throw another big shot?
Oh, nice body kick.
One more flurry. Oh!
Maybe it was. It was an elbow. Oh my God! Oh my God! What an elbow from Yair Rodriguez!
The knockout was hailed as one of the most spectacular knockouts of the year. It was a moment that will forever be etched in UFC history. Rodriguez has continued his ascent up the ranks. Now, on July 8th, 2023, he's set to face Alexander Volkanovski for the UFC Featherweight Championship. Will Rodriguez's unorthodox style and explosive power be enough to dethrone the champion? Only time will tell. The clash between Francis Ngannou and Alistair Overeem had fight fans on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating an explosive showdown. Both fighters were renowned for their bone-crushing knockout power, and the stage was set for a battle that would leave jaws dropping and hearts pounding. Ngannou, the Predator, had been bulldozing his way through the heavyweight division with an unrivaled combination of freakish strength and devastating knockout ability. His UFC record boasted an impressive 5 consecutive victories, all of which were finishes by way of knockout. This man was an absolute wrecking machine, leaving opponents unconscious and fans in awe.
Uppercut. He's done. That's it. Wow. Knockout!
On the other side of the cage stood Alistair Overeem, a seasoned veteran who had earned his stripes with a reputation for delivering devastating and clinical strikes.
He's in trouble. Overeem pouring it on. Rise up, big man. Alistair Overeem.
As the fight began, the tension in the air was palpable. Both Ngannou and Overeem wasted no time in showcasing their power and aggression. Every strike carried the potential to end the fight in an instant, and both fighters were keenly aware of the threat their opponent posed. Around the 1-minute 40-second mark, Overeem swung a wild left hook, missing his mark, and booked his ticket to the underworld.
Not a lot of people burning up Mick Maynard's phone to try to get a matchup with Ngannou. Down goes the Reem! Francis Ngannou has arrived!
The impact of that punch was nothing short of earth-shattering. It was a knockout so brutal, so jaw-dropping, that it etched itself into UFC history as one of the most devastating finishes ever witnessed. In that one electrifying moment, Ngannou solidified his status as a true powerhouse in the heavyweight division.
That's what we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
After his scintillating victory over Overeem, Ngannou earned a shot at the title, but the formidable Miocic stood in his way. Despite Ngannou's fearsome power and raw aggression, Miocic displayed the heart of a champion, weathering the storm and employing his wrestling and technical skills to secure a hard-fought, unanimous decision victory. In his next fight, Ngannou tasted defeat again in what was labeled as a snooze fest by the MMA fans. It was a bitter pill to swallow for Ngannou. Resilient and determined, he rebounded from the losses and embarked on a rampage through the heavyweight division. 4 consecutive opponents fell victim to his thunderous strikes, each succumbing to the power of his fists in the first round. His devastating knockout of Yair Rozenstruik in a mere 20 seconds left the world in awe and served as a resounding message that Ngannou was ready for another shot at the ultimate prize. When the rematch with Miocic finally arrived, Ngannou was ready. As the fight unfolded, Ngannou rocked Miocic with his trademark power on multiple occasions.
Oh!
Evolution as a fighter.
Early shot from Stipe.
This is big. This is a big
Oh,
one.
this is actually
Big
takedown defense by Ngannou. Wow.
Big improvement. Big
Actually did the right thing on the defense. He was able to.
Oh, look at this.
Big ground strikes here.
Oh,
Stipe ain't one of those
Stipe's in real
clean.
trouble. Real trouble.
Oh, huge right Miocic.
Shortly into the next round, Ngannou created an opening.
And leave these big openings.
Oh,
stunned.
knockdown for Ngannou. Stipe back to his feet, eats another uppercut. Nice counter right from Miocic, who is now down and out. Francis Ngannou can finally call himself the greatest heavyweight in the world.
You go into the fire with Ngannou, you go to sleep. Oh my goodness.
Ngannou, after a long and arduous journey, finally held the coveted UFC heavyweight championship around his waist. Rashad Evans stepped into the octagon against Chuck Liddell as a true underdog. Having made his mark in the UFC by emerging as the winner of The Ultimate Fighter 2, Evans had been building an impressive winning streak since his debut. Despite his success, many still doubted whether Evans had what it took to overcome the legendary Chuck Liddell. The fight began, and Liddell immediately asserted his dominance. He pushed forward with unyielding aggression, unleashing a barrage of strikes that had become his trademark. But then came the second round, which shocked MMA fans around the world.
Kick by Chuck. Good right hand by Chuck. Rashad is being lured into exchange. He landed the right hand, though. He landed a left hook.
On him with the left right. Rashad again with the left hook. He's catching Chuck with that left hook, and he just missed with the right. Oh, big uppercut! He's down! He's down! Rashad Evans has knocked out Chuck Liddell!
Let's look at this. Chuck Liddell moving forward. Boom! Right on the button.
Evans' victory over Liddell earned him a shot at the coveted UFC light heavyweight title, in which he emerged victorious again.
Lamas, though, at least statistically, has been the more efficient striker. Down and out goes Lamas! Josh Emett! Lighten him up in Winnipeg!
Josh Emett burst onto the UFC scene in 2016 with an undefeated record of 9-0, immediately catching the attention of fight fans around the world with his lightning-fast speed and bone-crushing power.
For now.
Boy, excellent adjustment by Josh Emett there.
In 2018, Emett faced a controversial setback in a bout against Jeremy Stephens. The fight was marred by an illegal knee and blows to the back of the head, leaving Emett sidelined for an entire year. In 2019, with his sights set on redemption, Emett returned to the octagon to face Michael Johnson. Johnson, a seasoned veteran who had made his UFC debut back in 2010, carried a string of consecutive victories into the matchup, making him a formidable opponent. As the fight entered the third round, Emett was behind on points and found himself with only one option.
Oh, and that's it! That's all it takes from him, is one shot. That's it. He knew he had to finish, and he got it done.
Josh Emett with a flush knockout. Wow. Do you believe it? Josh Emett is back. DC women.
In February 2023, Emett faced Yair Rodriguez for the interim featherweight title, which he lost in the second round.
So if I'm Jimmy Cruz, get Jamahal Hill, sweet dreams. Wow.
After debuting in 2020, the Jamahal Hill stock was on the rise. Despite initial doubts about his strength and capabilities, skeptics were quickly silenced when they witnessed the sheer power behind his punches inside the ring. With an impressive record of 9-1, Jamahal Hill was steadily and surely making his way toward the coveted UFC light heavyweight belt. His next opponent, Johnny Walker, was once hailed as one of the brightest prospects in the UFC and was looking to regain his form and momentum. As the fight commenced, Walker utilized his considerable reach advantage to consistently land strikes. Hill, on the other hand, circled Walker, looking to get inside his defenses and force him into an exchange of blows. His strategy soon paid off.
Forward pressure. You gotta keep Walker moving like this the whole fight. If you keep Walker moving like this, you gotta dodge the crazy punch.
Oh my gosh! That's
Jamahal
it!
Hill
Laid him out!
putting another opponent to sleep.
Whoa!
Right hand.
Big right hand right on the temple.
And they both landed
Shuts
too.
him off. It just shuts him off.
Gosh.
And then he is in a very bad spot for that one.
As of 2023, Jamahal Hill currently holds the UFC light heavyweight belt. And with back-to-back wins in his pocket, Walker is asking for a shot at redemption.
Individual. His wrestling is top-notch. And working very hard to... Oh! Big shot, looking to finish it right away. Just trying to survive.
Tyron Woodley burst onto the UFC scene with an explosive debut, stunning the world by demolishing Yair in a mere 36 seconds. The thunderous impact of his punches left the MMA community in awe of his raw talent and undeniable potential. In 2013, as Woodley prepared for his third fight in the promotion, he found himself matched up against the seasoned veteran Josh Koscheck. Koscheck, a former title contender who had previously tasted defeat at the hands of the legendary Georges St-Pierre, was hungry to regain his relevance and prove his mettle in the welterweight division. From the moment the bell rang, Woodley showcased his superior skills, asserting his dominance over Koscheck. In an attempt to survive, Koscheck resorted to clinches and sporadic connections, unable to truly mount a significant offensive. As the round neared its end, Koscheck threw a right, leaving himself open to the gates of hell.
Wow, Koscheck is sweet. Oh! That's it. Now that's it. All over. Oh my goodness.
Woodley knocks out Josh Koscheck.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Woodley would go on to win the welterweight championship in 2016 and held his title for 3 years.